welcome back to my show, Conversations with Iyobosa. I remain your host, your girl, Iyobosa. I know you miss me. I always miss you guys, and I'm always so happy and excited to be here. So on today's show, we're going to be talking about Nigeria, right? It's my country. I'm very passionate about it. And I'm going to, let me paint a scenario right here, or rather tell you a quote by one of Nigeria's, famous ambassadors. So according to Ambassador Opunimi Akinkwugbe, and she's a Nigerian ambassador to Greece, I quote, "Nigeria is not just some abstract entity. Nigeria is all of us. It will take every single one of us to do what we can to build the Nigeria we desire, the Nigeria of our dreams." That's epic. Joining me on today's show is Mr. Adebayo Adesida, who has literally guys, taken this to heart. He is also known as Official Fresh Prince, aka Minister of Enjoyment. All the many accolades, Minister of Enjoyment. He's a tech consultant by day, and on the side, he has the self-chosen mandate to rewrite the narrative about Nigeria, about Africa, one Instagram post at a time. And he does it with a mix of humor and seriousness. Welcome, Bayo, to Conversations with Iyobosa. I've been looking forward to doing this episode. You have no idea.
I know. I'm fine. I'm doing very fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no. Thanks for obliging me.
Thank you.
All right. So I will start by asking a question before we delve into it. I'm so excited.
Okay.
This suitcase bag.
Oh my God.
Executive, looking that you always carry around. I see you. The thing is, so even seeing it in person or seeing it physically, it's so nice. Joe, what do you have in it? Is it like dollars?
Me and this my bag. You spotted this thing again. I kept it here. A lot of people ask me what's inside there, but it's not dollars. Don't worry.
What is it? Is it pounds?
No, not pounds. Trust me. Well, I have the secret of Nigeria inside the box.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it's a mystery. I don't want to just reveal it just like that. So
it's a fantastic. You know what it reminds me of? Then when our parents came abroad to study and all that, lived for a bit, and then moved back to Nigeria, they moved back in these what we call trunk boxes.
Oh,
so imagine this. Do you remember?
I remember
trunk boxes.
I remember my parents actually had some of it back in the day. So I know what you're talking about.
And then once we got to Nigeria, obviously you just use it as storage. It was like a nice storage. That's what this executive looking bag reminds me of. It's fantastic. It's really nice. Yeah. I want my own child, but it's
don't worry, you get it.
When I get to your level, is that what it is?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just a young boy. Just one small little tiny boy.
Here. Enjoyment. So on a more serious note though, right, please give us a proper introduction of Bayo. Who is Bayo? What is Bayo about?
Oh, thank you so much, Iyobosa. Once again, thank you for having me. I'm happy we finally made this happen.
Yes.
Yes, after a lot of
trying to juggle. You're not an easy man to try and pin down, but I'm happy you're here. That's all that matters.
I'm happy. Yeah. Well, so a quick introduction. The name is Adebayo Adesida, and like you said earlier on, a lot of people call me the Fresh Prince of Houston. I'm actually from a royal family, by the way, the Adesida family.
Are you serious?
From Ondo State. So, so the Fresh Prince.
Rubbing shoulder with. Oh, is that how it? Oh, okay. Is that how it came about? All right.
Yeah. So it's actually true. But I would define myself as a technology consultant with several years of experience.
Okay.
On the field, helping a lot of Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies to actually get better at what they do, increase their productivity, increase their efficiency through the use of technology.
Okay.
So the great thing is I've been very fortunate to consult for most of the big four consulting firms. Deloitte Consultants,
the Deloitte and the PwCs,
Ernst & Young, PwC.
Okay.
So so currently I work for you know, one of the biggest ERP providers.
All right. Okay.
Called SAP.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
sure you've heard of it.
I'm sure everyone has heard of SAP.
Yeah.
Tiny little company, no, insignificant. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So that's where I play.
Okay.
But you know, beyond that, I would call myself a philanthropist.
Okay.
So I care so much about things around that area.
Okay.
And in the evening, at night, I'm an actor.
Oh.
So you can see, I told you, you know, Fresh Prince is an embodiment of different aspects.
Right.
To be very, you know, frank. So that's a little bit about who I am. But in terms of what I do with my platform, you know,
it's good you're saying that, because I was going to say, you know, that maybe before you say that Nigeria is complex, right? But then again, which country isn't complex, right? There's no country in the world that isn't complex. However, and you're going to segue into this on your platform, because I follow you, I see the posts and all that, and I know there was one time you said, even when we I think having a conversation one time, you're like, but Iyobosa, for every bad egg or bad Nigeria or bad PR about Nigeria that's out there, you can think of like 5 fantastic Nigerians doing fantastic things. So tell us about, and this is what largely your IG profile or platform is all about, right? Tell us about it.
Oh yes. So Iyobosa, you know, for the past several years, you know, I've always had this major challenge whereby whenever the word Nigeria is mentioned, you realize that it is always associated with something negative. You know, the first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds, you know, when you mention Nigeria, is you just said it, 419, or a scammer, or you hear things like, oh, corruption, or Boko Haram, you know, and this used to hurt me a lot, because this is not who we are. You know, I've been in this country for a while, and I can tell you for free, we have a whole lot of Nigerians that are doing exceptionally well in different aspects, you know, of their life. Different fields, name it. You know, when you look into the sports area, you will see the likes of Toby Amuson making waves.
Don't even get started on that sports one. I mean, it's like we are there. Do you understand?
When it comes to music, trust me, you have the Burna Boys of this world selling Afrobeat, selling O2 Arena. You have Whiskey, you know, and a whole lot of people across the world. They've come to embrace a lot of these good things about us. You know, food. Let me talk a little bit about our food, the jollof rice. Our jollof rice is, oh goodness, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Give me a minute.
You have to come on glass for this jollof rice. Now,
our jollof rice, Iyobosa, it's just so fantastic. You know, then the culture. You know, forget about jollof rice, amala, and begiri, and all those nice meats that we have. You know, the culture, it's extremely rich. But why is it that we don't have people talking
showcasing
about,
those, right?
Yeah, they don't talk about that. They only talk about the fact that, you know, corruption, you know, someone, 419 has been caught. So the problem is our story is not properly told. And, you know, I've always had this challenge with our brand. You know, there's something they call brand schema. It's the first thing that comes to your mind when you mention a certain product. When I say Apple now, there are certain things that comes to your mind.
Yeah, about Apple, right?
About Apple.
Yeah.
So when you mention Nigeria, it's just so unfortunate that, you know, what pops up in the mind of people are negative things. But it's amazing. This is not who we are. This is not supposed to be a summary of the whole country. Let me give you one good story, and I will pause for a minute.
Okay.
You know, back in the days when I was still in college, I remember I went to the HOD of accounting. I was trying to cross over to accounting.
Were you in college here, or you're talking back home now?
No, back here.
Okay,
Back here.
Okay.
And, you know, the guy looked at my results. He said, oh, my God, this is fantastic. You're getting into my department. I'll do everything possible to make sure you get in.
Okay.
He was excited, and we were having the conversation. He was even telling me, oh, you get a scholarship easily with this grade you're coming in with. But guess what? The whole conversation changed when he asked me a question.
What was this question now?
He asked me, where are you from? That the accent is different. Where are you from? And Iyobosa, I told him, I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
Immediately, I told him I was from Nigeria. That poisoned the whole conversation. And the next thing he said was, oh, so you're one of those guys that actually send all those emails to me.
He said that to you?
He said that to me. This is real life story. So I'm not cooking this up.
Yeah.
And, I kept on defending and defending. This is not who we are.
Yeah.
A small segment of the
population or whatever,
Yeah, it's not the entire, what's it called? So I had to try to get out of that conversation. It didn't go so well, but I will leave that and say, I just don't want us to continue to talk about the fact that this is not who we are. We need to tell our stories the proper way. And that's what I've been doing with my platform all these years, trying to make sure that you let people know these are the great people doing wonderful things.
Right.
So it's not just telling our story, but also, inspiring others to think about the fact that if 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐽 can do it, I can do it. Why don't we have stories around the likes of Fela Anikulapo Kuti? Why don't we have movies about, a whole lot of great, prominent Nigerians that, like Dora Akunyili?
Yeah.
Recently I heard something that 50 Cent is trying to make a movie about Hush Puppy. And
really?
Yeah, I can't tell him not to do what he wants to do.
Right.
But at the same time, you need to understand that we need more stories about the positive sides of Nigeria as well. We shouldn't just tell stories about
glorifying the negatives, the scammers and all the
No, we need to talk about doctors like Dr. Dapo Afolabi in Dallas, one of the very, very prominent doctors that I know. He's at the peak of his career. Surgeon, very, very great.
Excellence, right?
Excellent. The likes of 𝐵𝐵𝐵, a partner at one of the consulting firms. These are guys that are doing great and amazing things that we need to tell their stories every single day. So, yeah, that was what got me here.
It's fun. I'm so sorry about your experience. It's so sad, right? Because it's like, you're seeing the results, you're seeing the straight A's, but yet the minute you say you're Nigerian, all you go think about is, are you one of those? I mean, who even does that? Please, forget that guy.
It's crazy, and it's the reality of so many people, Iyobosa. It's the reality. That's just so unfortunate. A lot of people have lost opportunities because of that. Because of the information they have in their mind about who we are. I will tell you one story. Again, I have a lot of stories. So the other day I was at Kohl's on the line, and a woman had me on the phone talking.
Now Kohl's is the department store, right?
The department store.
All right.
And she asked me a question. She was like, "Oh, that accent." I was on the phone.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, please, where are you from?" Initially, I didn't want to say I'm from Nigeria.
But you're like, no.
No. When she asked me, I was thinking, oh, maybe she has had a bad experience. And, I was like, okay, you need to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So I said I'm from Nigeria.
Because it's who you are. You can't.
It is who I am.
You can't start hiding and, wait a minute, I'm not.
No, it is who I am. So when I told her I was from Nigeria, guess what happened?
What?
This woman screamed. She was so excited. She told me, oh my goodness, the doctor that saved me, she actually had cancer.
Okay.
That the doctor that saved me, helped me, saved my life, that it was a doctor from Dallas.
Nigerian.
Yeah. A Nigerian doctor from Dallas. That made me really, really proud that this
is how you like something like, yes. You beat your chest, you're like, yes.
I'm like, this is my person. And these are the kind of stories we need to put out there. If we constantly talk about bad leaders, we constantly bash our country, that's all this, the whole world would know about us. So that's what I've been trying to do with my platform, just trying to, in my own little way, to make an impact.
One step at a time. No, I will add, thank you for the two background stories. I mean, they're fantastic, and I'll add another alias to your name, which is San. San, S-A-N.
What's that?
What is that? No, what is that? This son that we know, yeah.
The son that we know is special senior advocate of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one,
I'm not a lawyer.
It is not senior advocate. You are strong advocate of Nigeria. That's what I was so sad. And you are right. If we do not respect us, so when I say we as Nigerians, right? Africans and all that, we don't respect ourselves as Nigerians. We don't have our own best interests at heart. We don't project that best interest. We don't advocate for our successes. We don't celebrate our successes, showcase our talent to the world. Then who's going to do it for us?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's going to do it.
No one.
It's our responsibility as Nigerians to tell our stories the proper way it should be told.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you said, if we don't do it, nobody else will help us do it. And you know, I've seen a lot of great countries, you know, do that by themselves.
By themselves. Yeah.
They do it by themselves. They have all this media team constantly constantly pushing a whole lot of great things about their country out there. So, you know, I'm not saying we have it all perfect, Iyobosa. We don't have it all perfect. You know, we have a lot of challenges, leadership challenges. We definitely have that.
Right.
But the amazing thing is we do not have control over some of these things at the moment. But what we have control over is the fact that we can control the messaging around the great people doing great things all over the world. Great Nigerians doing. I can't count how many people I work with that are Nigerians excelling in their career.
In their fields.
In their fields.
We talked about this now. Remember offline? We talked about this. I can't even count them on my. There are too many.
Yeah.
And they are doing MDs at investment banks, top banks. Do you understand? Top consulting firms, medical doctors, engineers, even in your even like social media influencers. I mean, Nollywood. Oh, we're not even talking about Nollywood. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
You can see what our music is doing to the world right now. See the way everybody is excited whenever they hear the Nigerian music. That tells you that, you know, there's something good about this country. It is not all negative. It is not all bad. Yeah. I tell you this for free, Iyobosa. So as a consultant, you know, I have the privilege of actually touching multiple industries. So over the past several years, I've been privileged to help over 40 companies, different companies,
in varied industries, right?
Various industries, you know, multinational companies. And wherever I go to consult, I always find a Nigerian doing something great, something amazing there. So that tells me the fact that, you know, we are great people, we are wonderful people, we are strong people,
we're resilient.
We're resilient people. Even in the midst of whatever challenges we're going through, trust me, you will still see Nigerians excelling, doing super well.
Yeah.
If you travel, you know, there's one common saying that if you travel to any part of the world, anywhere, travel to, you know,
pick a place, just
pick any random place, and you don't find a Nigerian
run.
There, my sister.
Does that run?
Pick race before it is too late.
I've heard that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so we're good. We're doing good. You know, we just need to tell our stories the proper way.
No, this is fantastic. And to your point, I'm glad that Nollywood is coming up there. I mean, you see the caliber of producers we're having now, screenwriters, even the scripts, the movies. I mean, you know, it's all Afrobeat. I mean, let's not even talk about that. We're getting there. Now, before we wrap up, tell us about the NGO that you're looking to establish. Like, what is the purpose? What's the motivation, and why now?
Oh, so thank you. Oh, you brought my NGO up. So, you know, I've always been very passionate about making an impact.
Okay.
Wherever I am, it's one big thing about me.
Okay.
I always love to make sure that wherever I go, you make you know, no matter what you can, you know, you're thinking about, make an impact.
Okay.
Make an impact before the owner of life comes for it and he says it's all over.
It's time. Yeah.
It's time. So the NGO, it's just going to focus on helping a whole lot of the less privileged that just don't have the opportunities to be in the right place they want to be.
Okay.
So, you know, it's going to focus on helping with food.
Okay.
So we're going to have
like food banks or something?
Like food banks.
Okay.
You know, food banks all over Africa. It's beyond Nigeria, to be very frank.
Which is good. That's fantastic.
So apart from food banks, actually working tirelessly to make sure that all the skill sets I've gathered over the years, use it to actually improve our people. All these talents that I have, technology is transforming the whole world.
Vastly.
See how you can help people out of poverty and their current situation. I hate to see people struggle in life. I hate it. So whatever I can do while I still have this life to touch as many lives, it matters to me. They're actually able to feed their families and they're doing well. So I see people struggling, and I'm really, really passionate about
spreading the goodness. And guys, when this NGO launches, I'll be sure to let you know. Because I know Bayo will keep me informed.
Right? I will.
Okay. So you know how we talked about Afrobeats?
Oh, okay.
Taking over the world. And that's what's, to various Afrobeat tunes or tracks are trending these days. But let's take it back a little bit. In our time when we were growing up, parties or whatever it is, it was Afro Juju.
Oh.
Is it right? It was Afro Juju. You agree with me now? So, I have my best Afro Juju artist, but I want to hear your own. What would you say was your best? As in, you go to a party, if you don't hear that Afro, that beat, it's like, which kind of party is this? So what would it be?
I won't lie to you. It's Shina Peters. Growing up, every possible event you go to, trust me, if Shina Peters is not there,
it's like, what kind of party is this?
If Shina is not there, your party is
like,
not set.
This kind, you'll be mad. You'll be upset. Like, which kind, party is this one?
What kind of party? I remember those days. Afro Juju, Shina Peters.
Oh, Afro Juju. There's the other, even more popular one, the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 now.
𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿.
I know there was a dance.
I like enjoyment. Trust me.
Even if you're in a bad mood, as in maybe you didn't want to go to this party because you're like, oh, I bet, but your parents are like, look, you gotta go to this party, and you're sulking. The minute you get to that party and they play 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿. It was a mood booster.
Yes.
Like instantaneously. Yes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
By the time you're done dancing to that song, and it was a long song, you've done three things. You've burnt calories because you're on there, right? You're enjoying yourself and you're just uplifted.
We're happy people.
We are.
When they tell you that Nigerians are the happiest people on earth, I believe that to a certain extent, despite all
in spite of it all,
going on, you still see Nigerians. They find ways to make themselves happy.
Yes.
They will always come up with something funny, and you see them rejoicing. So we're great people. Yeah. We just need our stories to be told the proper way.
To be told more. You're right. And this is exactly what people like you and I, or this show, is about, Conversations with Iyobosa, right? Because Bayo, right, you and I do the exact same thing, except you do yours via your Instagram platform, and I do this via this YouTube show, right? But it's all about showcasing fantastic Nigerians who are doing fantastic things and telling the story, right? Putting them out there. It's not that you and I need to put them out there, but just really showcasing and shining the spotlight on them.
Yes.
And telling the whole world that, look, guys, Nigeria is a force to reckon with. This is what we're about.
That's right.
And not, I mean, yes, like you said, a small part of the population, okay, the scammers and all that, but that's not who we are.
No. That's not who we are. And there's this interesting thing that you see on national TV, whereby whenever Nigeria is mentioned, you either see some kids, with flies in their nose, malnutrition. No, that is not.
That is not even the picture, right? I don't get it.
No. That's not. All you have to know about Nigeria. Nigeria is bigger than that. So we're doing so well as individuals. I would say this, if you go all over the world, you see Nigerians doing exceptionally well as individuals. We may not be doing so well collectively as a country, but we're getting
there. We're getting there.
Get there someday. Someday we will elect the right leaders that will have a change of mind. Right now we have a lot of greedy leaders that have been ruling us for so many years. They are the ones that give us this bad reputation. I hope someday they will wake up and realize that all this money they are stealing, all the wealth of the nation, our leaders are stealing, they're not going to take it to their grave. And they will start doing the right thing for the people.
For the people. And the people also have to start doing the right thing as well.
The people,
right? It's both ways, right?
Both
So
ways. So
no.
part of doing the right thing is actually telling our stories the way it is being told.
Right.
If you go to my page, you will see so many Nigerians that I have showcased
Oh no,
over time.
I follow, I see it. Each time you post, sometimes I kind of like, okay, who's Bayo going to showcase next? You know, who's going to post next? You know, and you don't disappoint.
No, thank you.
No,
thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Bayo, for your time here. You've been truly inspiring. You know, just telling the stories and all that, and that's how we need to do it, right? Viewers, I'll let you know when his NGO drops, because he's going to let me know. But keep doing what you do, and I'll keep doing what I do. And together, Nigeria is going to be showcased in the more positive PR light that we want to see it always, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you once again, Iyobosa, for having me. I had fun, you know. But I will wrap up with this one last thing. You know, I mentioned the fact that I'm really, really, you know, into impacting our generation, the community. But I also want to use this opportunity to speak to the folks out there. I know there are a lot of Nigerians that they are struggling to get by. They are trying their possible best to, you know, turn the curve and also make something out of their life. I want to let you know that it is possible. It is just a matter of time. Just keeping on, and you will get there someday. Like I said, it is just a matter of time. Keep that in mind. A whole lot of people doing it today, they started from somewhere. And you too, you can do it. I believe so much in you. Nigeria will be great someday. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this last, I'll say, nugget of advice. And it's very necessary, because there's some people out there, like you said, who are dejected, but keep on keeping on. As long as there's life, there's hope.
There is.
Right?
There is hope.
But just keep at it.
Yes.
Keep at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Viewers, it has been an utmost pleasure having you here and having Mr. Bayo here to share. Now we see how we didn't even delve into the whole Minister of Enjoyment, you know, thing. But it's okay. All that means is we'll have him back on our show at another time, you know. But he's been fantastic. His Instagram handle at Official Fresh Prince. You guys visit there, go and see the positive things that he's doing on there, just as we're doing positive things here on the show, Conversations with Iyobosa. So if you're yet to subscribe to my show and you're just watching this, don't be watching this. Look, it's for free now, but very soon. Hit the subscribe button, like and share this episode with your friends, your contacts. We too also need to start doing our own part in spreading the good news about Nigeria. We need to start telling our stories, and we need to continue to be positive about projecting the positive image of our country, Nigeria. We're not saying there are no problems. We're not saying we're delusional about the problems or trying to sweep it under the carpet. That's not what we're saying. But what we're saying is there's also a whole lot more to Nigeria that needs to be showcased, and we need to continue to tell the story, rewriting the narrative, right? So until the next time on Conversations with Iyobosa, I say you stay safe and have a super sparkly time. Thank you now. Bye.